Welcome to Teja Academy YouTube channel. In this session, I am going to discuss ray optics and optical instruments. In this optical instruments, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Please share your valuable comments in the comment section. Okay, let us go to the today's session. Optical instruments. Let us discuss. Optical instruments are used primarily to assist the eye in viewing the object. So, optical instruments are classified into three groups. Visual instruments, example microscopes and telescopes. Photographic and projecting instruments, that is examples cameras. And the third one is analyzing and measuring experiments, example spectrometers. So here we divided optical instruments into three groups. One is visual instruments, second one photographic and projecting instruments, and the third one is analyzing and measuring experiments. Now we'll discuss one by one. While studying optical instruments like microscopes and telescopes, we should know some of the basic definitions. Let us discuss. The nearest point at which an object is seen clearly by the eye is called near point of the eye. So, near point nothing but the nearest point at which an object is seen clearly by the eye is called near point. Next, the distance of near point from the eye is called the least distance of distant vision. So, it is 25 cm for normal eye and it is denoted by D. So, what is the least distance of distant vision? 25 centimeters for normal eye. The farthest point from an eye at which an object is seen distinctly is called a far point. So, near point, far point, least distance of distant vision. Now, for normal eye, it is theoretically at infinity. The far point is at infinity. So, the farthest point from the eye at which an object is seen distinctly is called a far point. Now, what is meant by visual angle? So, it is the angle subtended by an object at the eye. It is the maximum when the object is at least distance of distant vision. So, if h is the height of the object placed at the near point, the visual angle theta is equal to h by d. Here we are taking the height h and theta is the angle, visual angle. So, theta is equal to h by d. Now, we will discuss linear magnification. It is defined as the ratio of the size of the image to the size of the object, or we can call it as magnification. M is ratio of height of the image to the height of the object. So, next the eye. See, this is the pictorial representation of the eye, iris, cornea, next lenses, pupil, ciliary body and ciliary muscles, conjunctive here, virus body, retinal, blood cells, macula, optic nerve and here retina. First cornea and next iris. Here we are using the lens, that is convex lens. Now we will discuss the above the eye. The light enters the eye from a curved front surface called cornea. So, front curved surface known as cornea and passes through the pupil, which is the central core of the iris. So, iris enables the pupil to view the large aperture of the object. The size of the pupil can change with the help of control muscles. The corneal lens fluid system is equivalent to a single converging lens. So that is, here in this we are using the lens name convex lens, that is converging lens. The light is formed by the lens on the retina, which is a film of nerve fibers. So the image falls on the retina. The shape and focal length of the eye lens may be adjusted by ciliary muscles. So the adjusting of the focal length of the eye is by using ciliary muscles. So ciliary muscles adjust the shape and focal length of the eye lens. This is known as accommodation. The image formed by the eye lens is real, inverted and diminished at the retina. So image forms on the retina. That image is real, inverted and diminished. Now I'll discuss normal eye. Here the rays are coming from the distant object. These are parallel rays. Parallel rays are passing through this convex lens and these are converging. So converging at a point, the image formed at the retina. The image formed on the retina. Now we'll discuss defects in vision. Our eye may develop some defects due to various reasons. The common optical defects of the eye are myopia. Myopia is rectified by using spectacles having diverging lens, that is concave lens. Next, hypermetropia. Hypermetropia is rectified by using spectacles having converging lens, that is convex lens. So for correction, to correct myopia, we are using concave lens. To correct hypermetropia, we are using convex lens. Here this is concave lens and for hypermetropia, convex lens. Now I'll discuss first one, myopia. The light from a distant object arriving at the eye lens may be converged at a point in front of the retina. This defect is called myopia or short-sightedness. So here in myopia, some people cannot see the long distances but they can see the clear distances easily. So the light from a distant object arriving at the eye lens may be converged at a point in front of the retina. This defect is called myopia or short-sightedness. So this myopia nothing but some people cannot see the long distances clearly but they can see the short distances clearly. So this type of defect is known as myopia or another name short-sightedness. See here, actually the parallel rays are after converging, this is the point of image before the retina, the image formed before the retina. So then we can't see the image clearly. So for this we have to do correction. It can be rectified by using a concave lens of suitable focal length. See here we are placing the for correction, this is the concave lens. By using this lens again the image falls on the retina, then we can see the image clearly. Why? Because this concave lens diverging and again appear to meet at a point. So then the image falls on the retina. Here is the image place. So for correction, for rectification, we are using concave lens in myopia. Okay. Now I'll discuss hypermetropia. The light from an object at the eye lens may be converged at a point behind the setting. So this defect is called hypermetropia or long-sightedness. Here in hypermetropia, some people can see the long distances but they cannot see the short distances clearly. So that's why here for correction we are using convex lens in hypermetropia. So this is the object place and the rays are coming from this from the object at certain distance and falls on this convex lens and the image formed behind the retina. So if the image is formed in front of the retina or image is formed outside of behind the retina, we can't see the objects clearly. In hypermetropia, the image falls behind the retina. So for this correction, we are using convex lens. So it can be rectified by using convex lens of suitable focal length. So here, see here we are placing this in front of the eye convex lens. So by using this lens, the image falls on the retina. So it can be rectified by using a convex lens of suitable focal length. So then after correction, the image falls on the retina. Then we can see the images clearly. Now let us discuss MCQs. Dash lens is used to rectify the vision of long-sightedness. Concave lens, equiconvex lens, convex lens and biconvex lens. So long-sightedness are also called as hypermetropia. So for hypermetropia, we are using convex lens to rectify the vision. Okay. Convex lens is used to rectify the vision in long-sightedness. Thanks for watching this video.